return after these messages.
Previously on the Kenny Quest Show.
So there you have it, the Saddlemen Renegade solo seats installed, mirrors installed. Next is the Sissy bar from Lowbrow Customs. Oh, got a package. Nice. It's great to come home and see a package on the doorstep. Lowbrow Customs. I know exactly what that is. Let's take a peek.
Eventually.
Let's see. We got a t-shirt. And a sticker. Nice. Let's see. Sissy bar. Excellent. And let's see what else. That's it, my Biltwell Exfil 80 bag. Alright. Well, let's go check these out in the garage. I mean, you got, a bolt there and a bolt there. Same thing on the other side. So, it can't be too difficult. So I think I'm going to install this myself. It doesn't look that difficult to really install.
And now, back to pandemonium.
Huh. Well, this might be a non-start. Here we go. All right. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Looks like I could be here all day fooling with this. I'm not sure which way to go here. Looks like down's the ticket.
Yeah, that's a ticket.
Looks like there's patience to be had here. Feels like I'm not the first person that's been in this hole. But as they say, patience is virtue. All right, I'm not going to bore you guys with me pulling out screws. Eventually I'll get there. All right, well, we were somewhat successful today. We got the seat on, got the new mirrors, but no Sissy bar. So I had a little difficulty. There's a retaining bracket that's on the other side of the hex screw.
The original machine had a base plate of pre-famulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fan. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. It popped out, and I'm thinking, how's that going to go back in without taking the rear tire or the whole fender off? And then one of the bolts, hex bolts, was really difficult to get out, and I didn't want to strip it. So, looks like I'm going to have to get some help on this.
Man's got to know his limitations.
And like any new rider, either lean on your friend group who can wrench on bikes, or take it to the dealer or somebody else, independent dealer, to put the Sissy bar on for me. All right, well, to be continued. All right, it's a couple days later, back in the garage, and I think I found the resolution to my problem. So I didn't know what I was doing, and through the magic of the interwebs, I reached out and phoned a friend, Pedro, Wanderer Moto.
What's up, guys?
So Pedro is a mechanic, and he does some services, mainly maintenance, mobile, but he's come in and agreed to help me out and take care of this problem that I'm having, which is installing a Sissy bar to the Iron 883. Let's get to it.
So you got the other bolt and a little tab that fell off?
Yeah, it's on that tape wrapped up on the Sissy.
Got it. This is a very cool little tool. It's a breaker bar that you can just add an extension and make a real breaker bar.
Nice.
It's very important to make sure things break loose first before you do anything.
Yeah, on the other side, I was trying to work a screw, and it would not work with me, and it made me challenge whether lefty-loosey is lefty-loosey or is righty-tighty, righty-tighty. Now, the tools that you're using, they're not something that you would get in like a Harley beginner kit, like they sell for $300 on their website.
No, what you get is like a roll like this with a bunch of stuff that it's, you know, only for an emergency. This is Craftsman. This is like not top of the line. Most of it is Craftsman. Some it's off brand like this. This is my mobile stuff. This is the stuff I keep in my vehicles, in my van, in my truck. The good stuff stays in the garage. Sure. It doesn't go anywhere. The Snap-on and all that does not leave the garage.
Snap-on.
Hey, I got a couple of things. You know.
$37 a month for 50 years.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pop these if I can. Can I pop these? Because this is right in the where you get crafty. Do you have anything that will do? Oh no.
Do the Beastie Boys.
Trying to find a way to wedge this in here. So this would be where I would use something different that I didn't bring with me today. All right, so let's see if I can get in there. How would I pop these? These usually just pop. Not gonna do it, right? Not gonna do it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and do it.
Now seriously, if you don't have the right tool, we can do a non-start.
Like, I'll do it. I can do it. How did you remove the other one?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I had clearance. I used a hand tool, a hex.
You have that?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
It's right there in my swing arm bag.
Yeah, I probably need that one because I did not bring that. I was not ready for that.
Okay. It was just so damn long to take it off by
Ooh,
hand.
look at that. This is some good stuff.
Yeah. Another
Should sponsor
YouTuber.
you.
Another YouTuber recommended that bag.
I want to keep it in place because the nut over here, if it falls, this one is a tough one. There we go. Oh, it came back.
Nice. Yeah, I thought for sure the tire had to come off or the fender.
So usually anything you need to do under the fender, you got to jack the bike up and remove the bottom or the top, depends which tool you have more in hand, because you got a 3/4 behind here. And you pretty much just loosen up the shock and let the swing arm go down so you can have all this clearance between the fender. When you're changing turn signals and most of the stuff, it's a good idea. But if you got a really short angled 1/2 inch, you probably can do this without doing it. Especially with this, because this just clips in there.
Right. Yeah, that's what fell on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got this out of here. And this is actually a different tool, different bit. I'm gonna remove all these little washers out of here so it doesn't damage the powder coat here.
The hardware set that came with the Sissy bar, you're saying, is different?
They're different.
Yeah.
Torx and just regular one over there.
So the bigger one's from
Stock.
Harley, and then the other one's from Lowbrow Customs. Gotcha.
Yep. These are prone to strip more than these. For some reason, people use the wrong tool, because people call this the star bit.
Oh, the star bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a star bit. It's called Torx.
Gotcha.
But I love it when people say that.
But this is a good opportunity to thank Tyler from Lowbrow Customs to send me a Sissy bar without an instruction sheet and a difficulty rating. But I digress.
They should do it like Revzilla, right?
Right.
Like
this is a beard scale of
Yep.
to difficulty.
Now, depending on what kind of bike it is that you're working with, should be pretty easy for most of you. It's either going to be a difficult 1 on our BSD or beard scale of difficulty, or perhaps an easy 2, again, depending on what you're installing, what you're taking off, and what kind of bike you have.
Well, this was definitely not a 1-bearder.
No. This is a 2-bearder.
Yeah.
Let my beard grow a little bit more to get to that.
I wonder what Lemmy's doing these days.
Well, he's getting upset with the musical taste of this new generation. Wow, I just said that. You know which Lemmy I was talking about, right?
Well, yeah, the Lemmy rest in peace.
Yeah. Usually you use painter's tape because it doesn't leave a residue, but because we're going to be fast with it, and I did not bring my painter's tape, I did not come prepared. So I like doing these projects in my garage. So I just use this so it doesn't scratch up, because usually we have to open that a little bit to slide.
Right, so usually when you're doing mobile service, it's limited to oil changes and...
Yeah, oil changes, diagnose, and...
T-clocks.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
So,
and if I find something that needs to be addressed, I schedule,
right,
and I come pick it up.
There you go.
Depending on the job, sometimes the customer is able to come drop it off.
Right.
But it's usually I just pick it up.
I mean, there's been times that I couldn't imagine having to ride a motorcycle to the repair shop because I couldn't ride the bike back, so I'd have to get an Uber or something like that.
And sitting around at the shop, sometimes that's not an option.
Right. Yeah, who's got that kind of time?
So in here you can see the detail that, like, you need to open this up, and these actually wedge in the little holes if they're available. I don't know if these will be the right ones, but that's why you gotta like open it up and be very careful not to scratch stuff. You know what I'm doing here?
Did I mention that's limited edition paint?
Yeah. That's why I'm being extra careful.
And the Sissy bar is finally installed. So folks, don't expect instructions when you order this from Lowbrow Customs. And you'll need two tools, one inside and one outside the fender to make this install happen. Okay, we've run out of time for this week's episode, but we're gonna have Pedro back next week. We're gonna install this really cool windscreen, something that'll help with the wind, but yet not compromise the look on the Snakester. So let's thank Pedro for stopping by. And Pedro, tell everybody where they can find you.
But yeah, guys, go and follow me, Wander_Portugal on Instagram. My website is wandermoto.com. There's all the information there. And if you're in the Orlando area and you need help with your Indian, your Harley, or vintage metric, just let me know. I'll show up at your front door, pick it up, get it worked on, and bring it back to you.
Fantastic. All right, so that does it for this episode. Keep the shiny side up. We'll see you next time. Deuces.
Hey guys, it's Haley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. See you next time.